resurrection, the word hope kept coming to mind. And that word came to mind because it's something, being in Seattle, that I've really focused on is hope through Jesus. And the scripture says that if we die to Christ, then we also get to live with him. And it talks about how death has no mastery over him. And if sin equals death, and so if death has no mastery over Jesus and we get to live in Jesus, then that means it has no mastery over us either. And that really inspires me. There's so much power in the resurrection. And that's what we're celebrating today, is the resurrection of Jesus. And, growing up, I went to church. I'm really grateful. My parents, we were introduced to Jesus pretty much since birth, which is really awesome. But I didn't understand. There's a scripture that says people have a form of godliness but deny its power. And I didn't understand personally that my life could be changed by Jesus. I knew that he could help me have peace and things like that, and he's loving and he loves me. But I didn't know that there was power through Jesus. And it was really interesting because I grew up very focused on Christianity. I'm not kidding. I was the girl. I actually had a shirt of Jesus' face, and I wore it to high school. I'm not even kidding. And I would write, I love Jesus on everything. I love God on the soles of my shoes, like everything. I was pretty much a fanatic. But really in my heart, there was a lot of dark things that I had in my heart. On the outside, my life looked pretty moral. But I really had unforgiveness in my heart toward different situations. I had a lot of impurity in my heart, very self-focused, just a lot of darkness in my heart. And I never even thought that I could change those things. I never even considered. Of course I wanted to, but in my life, I'm a very artsy thinker. If you know me, you've probably already picked up on that. I'm all over the place all the time. So I never thought I could be consistent with anything growing up. And so changing was something that didn't really seem like it could happen without my own power. So if there was something I personally wanted to change, then I would pursue it. But it had nothing to do with Jesus and the resurrection. And, I remember when I actually really pursued my relationship with God when I was 20 years old. And during that time, I thought, there's nobody in this world that actually is following the Bible. There's no way. There's no way people are doing this. But I kept reading the Bible, and I wanted to follow the Bible. And I prayed for God to show me and to bring me to people who were trying to follow the Bible. And he absolutely did that in Portland, Oregon. And it was incredible, because during that time when I started 100% seeking God, I saw that my life could change through the power of the resurrection. And I was able to be freed from, I forgave people and things from my past. I was able to be freed from impurities in my life. I really changed my life, and I became more consistent in things. I never thought I could read the Bible every day of my life, but it was something, I wanted to attain, and so I actually did that. Now every single day for the past 7+ years, I've read my Bible. I never thought that would be possible. But it's so incredible because, we have when we're walking with Jesus, there's nothing that can master us. Yeah. And the reason I started with the word hope is because there's always hope with Jesus. Mm-hmm. And being here in the city, being close to my family, my extended family and everything, and even just seeing the city, they need hope. The city needs hope. And every city really needs hope. But with Jesus, there's always that hope. And so even now, I shared about how God changed me really when I truly gave my heart to God when I was 20. But even now, especially being pregnant, there's other challenges that I have, emotional challenges. I'm so emotional. But I noticed recently that I've been complaining a lot, just about situations in my, just having a huge stomach, being uncomfortable. I don't really sleep very well, things like that. And I've just been complaining a lot about it. And at first I was tempted to be sad, like, man, I've been complaining, I've had such a bad attitude. And I had like a worldly sorrow about it. But then I thought, I can change this. With God, I can change anything. This is so awesome. There's nothing I can't change. And so I just need to follow the Bible and do what the Bible says. But you know, sin has no mastery over us. And that's the power of the resurrection. When you think of the thing in your life that's the most challenging thing to change, then think about somebody raising from the dead. Somebody raising from the dead is much more challenging than the biggest mountain in your life. And Jesus did it. And so when we live in Jesus, we also get to have mastery over death, over sin in our life. And it's absolutely freeing. So today, as we take communion, I really hope that we can meditate on that. That's what I'm going to meditate on, is just the hope. There is nothing hopeless in our life when we walk with Jesus.
Come on.